All right, we're live. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
I'm super excited to be back playing D&D tonight. I have the next, 4 or 5 sessions planned out already, so should be good. Yeah, Zero had to step out to do laundry for a second, so
You're frozen.
don't mind him. I'm frozen?
Yeah, he froze for me too. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Nope, no internet. I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
I can
you're
see
back.
you move now, and I can hear you.
Alright, looks like we're back. Gonna check just a second, let it pop in. How we doing?
Doing good.
Alright.
So far.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
That's alright. The image doesn't really change.
Yeah. That's just odd. Alright, well,
Do we have to move around more to make it actually, think it's got more video?
Aware that we're existing. Moving the video. Alright, whatever. We're gonna, if it's an audio only, this time it's an audio only. We will make it work. As you could,
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna stress it. Alright. Where we left off last time in our session is our players were traveling from... Where did you leave? You left off in...
We were in the middle of nowhere.
You were here.
And we're heading to this fun little town.
Yep. You are headed to... your ultimate goal is Gorkil.
Ultimate goal is Gorkil.
Which is up here.
Yeah.
But for now, you are heading to the town of Tumanzan.
Oh, is that on the list?
Yes, it's one of the small villages. Like, really small villages.
I don't actually see it in the list. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. I was trying to figure out how to spell it.
Oh, I can put that in the chat for you.
Ah. Cutting to Tarzan.
Here we go.
Alright, I'm going to do something really quick.
And then there were two.
Yep, just us. It's just abandoned, really, is what this stream is now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Whoa,
We were
okay.
talking about you while you were gone.
I figured. Alright, so you were heading to Tumanzan. And then with the next goal being Occam.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll figure out your route from there. Because you have options at that point. So,
Fun.
along the way, you met up with a group of pilgrims. They worshipped the god Ilmater, the god of endurance, who allowed you guys to travel a little bit faster, knocking off a couple of days from your journey. Along the way with them, a strange crow started following the party and started to threaten Oliver.
It was Ridire, actually.
It was Ridire?
Ridire.
Damn it. Damn me and my bad memory. Alright, so it threatened Ridire. And threatened that it was going to come for him.
Yes.
And then over the course of a couple of days, the crow came and left until it appeared in Ridire's dreams and attacked him. Once he was able to wake up, it appeared in the real world, and that's when the party attacked and ultimately defeated this strange creature, and I believe that's where we left off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, let's see. Taking you, well, let's say you wake up and over the course of the next morning, again, it has been, I believe this was day 4 of travel.
Day like 7.
Was it that much into it? You did 3 days with the thing. It was day, yeah, it would have been day 7. Which puts you guys closer to...
Because I've got 8 on my resource counter for learning to read. Because we spent the day in Bai.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So, 7th day after rest, everybody is healed up. You're all looking good. And...
I always look good.
Uh-huh. That's still my favorite pun. Does that... Yes, that does get picked up by the stream.
What?
The rolling thing picks up the cooking pun.
What's funny is I don't have to roll it, and I'm just waiting till I like get a crit fail or something on it.
We will see what happens
Just because
then.
it's funny.
All right.
It's fucking raw.
Oh my god, Gordon Ramsay jumps out of the bushes again.
Again. This
Just
time
appears.
as an enemy.
Oh, we have to fight Gordon Ramsay.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Somebody put that in the Google Doc for a homebrew monster.
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, he's a challenge rating 30 cooking wizard.
You can use Hellish Rebuke. Just anytime.
Cutting words.
Cutting words and Hellish Rebuke he can use.
Yeah.
Not Vicious Mockery.
And
Vicious
Vicious
Mockery.
Mockery. He can use all his
Awesome.
free actions, and they do twice as much damage.
Oh no. He uses Tarask as an ingredient.
Yes. Tarask meat.
Oh.
Firebolt, but he's just like chucking hot food at you.
I was gonna say, like, because one of the artificer classes deals with, like, potion throwing, doesn't it?
Is it
Maybe,
Alchemist?
Yeah. Yeah, so he'd be
You
an
can do it that way instead.
alchemist class. There's a way to make this. Well, if...
It's like,
yeah.
It's like in Shrek where they're grinding pepper into their eyes.
Yes. Alright,
Instead of pepper spray.
focusing on the task at hand,
Yes.
and let me know if this is too loud. I can quiet down. Groovy if I need to, but...
Hey, music! It's so exciting, guys. Our production value is getting slightly better every time.
I'm trying. It's really hard to add music into a stream like this, by the way. It's not easy.
We started off with music, which is...
Oh, let me get some more light here for myself.
Alright, who disappeared from the... Oh, Groovy's popped in and messed with everything. Groovy, go away. I don't want to see you.
Wow, we are all like...
Yeah, I thought I had hidden...
You hit click show, unclick show non-video
There we go.
participants.
Our production value's going up, and then Groovy messes with everything.
It's okay.
Let me just double check here. Yeah, we're back to good. We're where we need to be.
Back.
So with that, for the chat, I'm gonna turn Groovy down a little bit because that's still. There we go. That's a better volume for the stream, I think. Yeah, it's there. It's just not overly oppressive. Yeah, in the past, the audience had trouble. The audience could hear it, or you guys couldn't hear it. I was struggling to do both.
Oh, I think the audience could hear and we couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so once
This
I
is
get...
nice. This is
Yeah.
very good atmosphere.
And once I get battle music up and running, which is next week, then I can do both.
For battle music, we need the Jolene Cujo theme from the new JoJo coming out. Oh, it's so good.
All right.
I
So-
haven't heard it.
Starting the session, day is yours. You are free to keep going at whatever pace you decide. It's really up to you guys.
Onwards.
Let's move onwards. Let's just keep going at a standard pace.
Steady pace.
All right. Just
Steady pace.
a steady, normal pace, so no disadvantage on perception checks.
I mean, I technically could cast Find Steed and get a horse,
I could be a horse.
but we chose not to like try to find horses previously, so
No, we're gonna get a cart in Tumanzan where it's like cheaper.
that's right.
Don't buy your carts in the big city.
Fair enough.
They'll charge you a premium.
All right. Let's get some rolls going. And let's do a survival check from everybody.
Hello.
Wow.
Whoa. Well, it's a good thing you guys know what you're doing.
All right. That's really funny.
Talos attuned to nature.
Oh, it absolutely fits. I just, you know.
Ooh.
All right. Actually, I think we're going to throw up a new one. So, with that,
Nothing gets past these feet, baby.
you guys are walking at a very good pace. You keep to the basic trail, as you can see it. Let's roll 3 perception checks each.
Do them one at a time so we don't.
Yep, so let's do the first one for everybody.
All right. Perception.
I have advantage on perception checks now because of my shield. So mine's an 18.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do another one.
And it's a 21.
That's a 25 for me.
Okay. So the first half of the day goes by no issue. Walking along this path, it's fairly easy travel. You're able to keep an eye on the surroundings. There's lots of wide open space, so no real issue with, you know, keeping track of where you're going. You break for lunch at some point.
Oh, we do? Alright. Let's look. What is my walking speed? Oh no!
Oh,
It was bound to happen.
there's the crit fail we were talking about.
Which is still an 11.
True.
I didn't think to put cooking as part of the new crit deck. So
I mean, it just doesn't taste good. Like,
yeah,
It doesn't taste as good.
it's still passable. I mean, it's an
It's like-
11.
with
It's
an 11,
cooked. It's cooked through, it's just not seasoned well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm running out of ingredients here. We should have stolen the spice chest from the Blood Keep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just drag a chest everywhere, like the chair, just behind us.
The last time my party drug a chest around, it was not okay.
Was there someone in it?
Part of someone.
I feel like this is like an alternate universe Telltale Heart.
I mean, it was. What did we name him? Did we name him Phil?
Yeah, because
I think we named him Phil because he filled the
filled up
box.
the chest.
Yeah, he was a mage that attacked us, and we cut off his arms and his legs, and cut out his tongue, and then put him in the box.
Well, first you cut off his arms and legs and put him in
Yeah.
a box, and then he tried to
teleport.
away, and so
And he teleported 30 feet where we could see him, and we picked him up, put him back in the box, and
He's
then
just
Doc
rolling.
cut out his tongue. Yeah.
Just trying to
Jeez.
roll away.
Guys, my mom's watching. This is not a very good first impression.
Sorry, this was an old episode, and
that was
the
a group
character
that was not as
the character
good
that
as they were
initiated
supposed
it
to
was
be.
he was playing an evil character, and my character was chaotic neutral and and tended to lean towards that when he got angry,
when he felt wrong.
because he was a little bit insane.
Ah.
So and we were hiding it from the other character who was a more moral character, and she didn't know that there was a body in the box.
All right.
I see.
Yeah,
So,
that was a really crazy campaign.
moving forward, now that I have a nice new pretty picture to look at,
Oh, it's sunrise.
I like it.
I like this one. Shout out to Pixabay for landscapes that I can then pixelize and make look like it's part of a video game.
Oh, they're pixelized on purpose. I thought they were like just really low res and you were like blowing them up.
Nope, I'm doing this because of the video game aesthetic.
I like it.
Okay.
So all of these are meant to be like this. I'm just getting
I should-
better at it each time.
I should pixelize all the splash pages.
I like them.
I like them as is.
All right. So after Taliv's less than ideal meal, Oliver, you feel a little sick for this next leg of the journey. Hence the perception roll being as low as it is. So
Oh, okay. Well, see?
It's fine. It's up.
let's do one more perception check to see if anything happens.
Roll a perception check. Jeez, 17.
That's a 20.
And a 20. All right.
Gosh, the advantage from that shield is just that's so nice.
Isn't it? Isn't having advantage
nice.
on perception just the
Yeah.
best?
it's really nice.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Oh, by
Oliver.
We'll get you some advantage.
We need
soon.
to enchant your glasses, I think.
You at least
Yeah,
have
you can
advantage.
enchant
You
the-
you have
the
advantage on
mask.
picking locks.
I do. In stealing things, which I don't
So,
do that often.
Talamh, I just had a thought. The portable hole. You were talking about running out of spices and stuff. We could just set up the portable hole as a little mini kitchen,
It's a pantry.
Hey.
as a pantry. Yeah, a portable pantry.
I love it. I love it.
So next city, That's what we'll do.
We could put little bumps on the labels so I can read them.
Yeah.
I won't have to go by smell anymore. I could cook so much faster.
Yeah. And we can store a lot in there.
Oh,
We can fill it full of the rarest spices.
like peppercorns.
Peppercorns. Indeed.
I just
Alright.
butchered the spelling of portable.
Portable.
Yeah,
Portable.
yeah, I got it the second time, but my R looked like an N, and then I did 2 B's.
On the bubble hole.
Fontably.
Oh boy, it's the day. All right, next leg of the journey goes off without a hitch. Again, very easy travel, quiet. You're seeing some livestock, every now and then you pass by a really small, like, farm out in the middle of nowhere. Just, some settlers, getting by on their own. But, no
we see
danger.
like people out like do we see people out like tilling fields and stuff?
Yeah.
I'll wave at them in a friendly manner anytime we pass by people.
Wait, they're tilling their fields.
Yes.
Sounds like a job for someone who can move a lot of dirt.
I mean, if you want to.
How long would it take me to till a field?
Well,
How
you
much
can do, what, a
dirt
5-foot
can you move at any given time? I feel like it's not that much.
I can
a
move
5-foot
125 cubic feet of earth at one time.
Yeah, because it's a 5-foot cube per action. So roughly every 6 seconds. So even stay rounding down a little bit just to be at least 1,000 cubic feet per minute. There's actually a little bit more than that, but that makes it a nice round number.
Yeah.
So medieval-sized field.
10 minutes.
A few minutes, yeah.
Sure.
Wow, the math on this is hurting my head.
I was told there would be no math.
This is D&D. There's always math.
This is Dungeons and Dragons. There's math in Dungeons and Dragons.
What math?
Unheard of.
All right.
Absolutely ludicrous.
If you want to take a break in your journey to go till a field, you absolutely can. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go till a field.
I saw this Onion article the other day. It was local Satanist family upset to find out D&D just improv and math.
Like, so what I'm doing is I'm like jogging up and down the roads of the field, and they're just like getting tilled as I'm jogging
Okay.
in a path behind me.
Roll me a survival check.
That's an 18.
That's an 18. Yeah. It goes by probably about. I mean, this is a not a huge farm or anything, but it probably takes you a good 15-20 minutes to do what would take them 2 hours, 3 hours. And
while she's doing that, I'm gonna take off my boot and like shake the rocks out of it, and then like in Princess Bride, a really impossibly big one falls out.
The family is very appreciative, and at one point the mom, as you guys are watching Talamh do this, the woman and the man stop and start working on some food preparations and give you guys some fresh jerky to have on your travels.
Oh, that's nice of them.
one of them goes and grabs some lemonade at some point, or, you know, some berry juice.
That's fancy.
The little kids are...
I didn't know we were in an environment that you could grow citrus.
I changed it to berry juice.
Like rose hip wine or something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. Cranberry juice?
It's lavender water.
Cranberries, so they have a cranberry bog?
Ooh.
Alright.
Fancy.
I know nothing about the production of the juice things that I buy. I'm ignorant of this. We have found a new area that I must research. Keep pushing me on this.
In like medieval eras and stuff, it was a lot of times they made like dandelion wines, nettle wines, things like that. You can make berry juices, like you said. Like you could make, you know, if they had like raspberry bushes or something. So, but typically though they did ferment stuff because like water could be dangerous to drink. So it was usually wines, even though, I mean, the alcohol content was probably very low, but it was usually fermented wines and stuff was the most common.
I'm sorry I spent my morning moving concrete and not learning medieval agriculture. I will get on that for next week. I will learn all of medieval agriculture in 1 week.
Next week on halberds and history.
Alright, that could be a show.
Where we just talk about all the anachronisms that are in Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, you know, they could probably have like apple juice.
Yeah.
We're in a temperate climate. Apple trees would grow real nicely.
Alright, there we go. Can I get an F in the chat for my my brain on medieval agriculture, please?
There you go.
Oh wait, I don't think anybody's watching. Oh, Curiosity is watching. Thank you, Curiosity.
Gotta pump those numbers up.
I know. Alright. So the day goes by, the kids are running with you. This is by the way, this is a Dragonborn family.
Oh, that's cool.
So I had no idea.
Little Dragonborn kids running around. Which I just realized is probably the cutest thing on the planet, aside from, like, tabaxi children.
Leonin cubs.
Aww. So...
Imagine a baby Dragonborn still has the half eggshell on it, like the baby in is that Dino show? I can't remember what it was called. Isn't that?
Oh yeah, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, it was just called dinosaurs. Yeah, that's right. Didn't he have the eggshell under it? Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
No,
You're thinking of Togepi.
Well, no, there's something other than Togepi that I'm thinking of, but
I know what you're thinking of.
Like Togepi, yeah.
So, all right, you leave the Dragonborn farm family. They give you thanks.
Are they're all doing well health wise and everything?
Oh yeah, they're
okay.
You know, it's getting to be the end of the season, so they're really doing a lot of wrapping up, getting ready for the I'm getting the calendar here for the next so Growfest is past and it's about to be Richfest.
Right, so now we're getting into the main where stuff's growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're finishing up the planting and moving in towards just the maintenance now.
Yeah. So they've done a lot of the harder work prior to this, but obviously it's a farm. There's always more work to be done. But they're good. One of the benefits of Fadir and the continent that you're on compared to like some of the other continents, like one of the other continents is called, well, actually roll me a history check, everybody.
I am very knowledgeable about history. See?
I know
Wow.
nothing about
Wow!
at all.
You guys
Oh,
don't
he's
know
somehow.
So perfect.
Which is
somehow I
funny,
rolled the
'cause I'm-
best.
I'm pretty sure that Taliv's mom is from another continent, but she's having a brain fart right now.
Because that's
What's
right.
that word again? What is it called?
It's the continent of. I should know this.
Oh, this is amazing. You guys don't know anything right now about the other continents. Alright.
Nope.
Well, never mind.
I mean, in my defense, I was a misguided youth and then spent a significant portion of my life in prison. So,
In my defense, it's not like I could actually look at maps.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That threw me off. I was gonna have some fun explaining the other continents because I found that tab
Right.
in my notes. But moving on. But yes. So while there is an empire on this continent, it is not. It's not overly oppressive to people that don't live in the big cities. They don't try and regulate what a simple farm family is going to do. And actually, most of the cities have a fair amount of autonomy, as long as there is order in and not making too much of a rumbling. Part of the big civil war conflict and the continent getting split in two was afterwards the Empire knew to not overreach and not be oppressive to the little people. So, yeah, this.
I would also assume that just due to the nature of like the Feywild kind of permeating a little bit, that agriculture is probably a lot more successful here. Stuff probably grows more easily and things, you know. I would think.
You might think that. You're not really aware of what the other continent climates are like.
True.
But yes, you do know that due to the nature of the Feywild and its closeness in, these areas of Fadir, that it's not. Even a simple family can grow a fairly sustainable farm that they can survive off of. So, it does mean that farms tend to be more they work for themselves or for like a town. There's not a lot of selling of agriculture because go out to one of the thousands of woods that's in the area that you can get to, and you can hunt game and find food. So
yeah.
All right.
Continuing on.
So moving on.
Falchions and Fadir.
All right, writing that one down. Good God. That's a good title.
You
So,
do that for a
really
series where you talk
good
about the
title.
lore and the history of the world.
Yes, I know. I'm lots of ideas tonight. This is fun. So moving on, you make another very good trek. Not as fast as when you were with the
People.
clerics,
Ilmater.
the Ilmater clan. However, you do feel yourself able to continue forward a little bit further, just like when they were with you.
Huh.
Wow.
That's cool.
So if you're wanting to, you can go into the night a little bit further, go into dusk. A typical day of traveling tends to end around 6 or 7 o'clock. When you've been traveling with the settlement, the future settlement, you were going until right up until dark. And
Yeah,
so
let's do it.
you feel like
Sure.
you can continue to do that today, if you'd like?
I can cast light on something to give us light if we need it. So yeah,
I
let's do
don't.
it.
But yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Tell me when it gets dark.
And Talamh, you do sense that it gets dark
I
due
know
to
the
the
temperature
changing of
change.
the temperature change. You're pretty attuned to that, especially the moon, that you can move around as needed.
Both of them?
Yes, as needed when you cast that spell and throw the rest of the world into disarray.
Shoot, the prophecy's coming true. I cast Moonlight.
Still my favorite thing that I broke.
Well, the long-term title effects can only be guessed at.
On the other continent, there's a druid casting it to try and put it back.
Guys,
Why does this keep happening?
There's another continent. This world's version of Atlantis is sunk because of all of the moon manipulation.
Like, I can't cast the 8th level spell Earthquake, but I can move the moon like twice as close.
The moon's in space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gravity. No gravity means...
The moon's smaller than the Earth. Earthquake is your effect on the Earth.
But tidal forces cause the...
I'm going to put an end to this and say it's magic. Deal with it.
Alright.
I think we decided that it's more like you were just shifting the lunar surface a little bit to make like a reflective.
We did, but I still like the idea of moving the moon.
But it would have been funny.
If Master
Maybe
Roshi can
when you
just blow up the moon, then, you know...
Maybe when you get to higher levels, you're actually moving the whole moon. For now, you're just kind of like shifting the ground around on it.
A big old Death Star pocket that like
Focuses it.
that I've rotated around to like catch the light just right.
Alright, everybody roll me a perception check.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
That's a 17.
It's an
Not as
18.
bad.
Alright. Yeah, it's... At this point, it's about 10 o'clock. The grassland that you're in has made it really easy to travel. And so, even in the moonlight, and actually this would be... If I really want to go into this, I can tell you the exact moon setup. But I don't think I have it listed. Damn. I don't. I have where Talamh reads. Which is actually coming up pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I need to. So I'm up to 9, I believe.
Well, there's 2 moons, so their moon phases would probably be different because they'll interact with each other a little bit with that.
Alright, so it is day 7 ending. So there is a waning gibbous for Luna, and Selene is in its first quarter. And as you all are, well, okay, 2 of you watching as the sun sets and it starts to get dark, a meteor shower does go across the sky, lighting up
I make a
area.
wish.
Okay. What's your wish?
Be a real boy.
I wish that all the peoples of the world have a safe night and a good sleep.
Okay, roll a D100.
Woo. 99!
You were 1 away from casting the wish spell.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Wow, you got close.
Kind of a waste of a wish spell, but it would have just been cool just for the sake of it.
Yeah. The fact that you're 1 away is shocking to me. So. Okay. Settle down for the night. And you guys can choose to go straight to bed. You can do anything you want. It's up to you.
I'll go to bed. Just do our normal,
Last
our
routine.
shift, yeah, which is, I believe, what is it? It's Oliver, Ridire, Talamh is how we normally do it.
I believe so.
All right. So in order. So Oliver, you said Oliver, Ridire, Talamh?
Yeah. Talamh
Alright.
does the last shift so that she can cook breakfast in the morning.
Yep. So Oliver,
Good.
go ahead and roll your perception check.
Nope.
Okay.
I cannot roll.
Ridire, go ahead and roll perception.
Perception. That is a
Ooh.
nat 20.
All right. And Talamh.
It's a Bowie.
25.
Avoiding that crit fail with your advantage.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
That's the third crit fail I've rolled today.
Ridire.
Yeah.
During the night, very, very faint, off in the distance, you hear what sounds like a small child crying.
Can I ascertain what direction it's coming from?
With a 22, it's coming from the northeast.
Okay. Do we probably have a campfire lit, right?
You guys tell me, do you have it lit during the night? Do you keep it going, or do you put it out while you sleep?
I mean, we probably wouldn't have it being full burning, but it's at the very least, it's, glowing with some embers and stuff, so that it's easy to light up in the morning, right? I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we probably light it at night for dinner, and then we let it kind of just glow through the night, and maybe whoever's on watch, if it's in danger of going out, stokes it a bit or whatever. But
Yeah.
So it might not be a full bright light, but I'll go to the edge of the light from the campfire in the direction of the sound, and I will see if I can hear it again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another perception check.
Uh, 19.
All right. It is. You can't see anything. It's definitely not within the immediate vicinity, but there is a crying coming from somewhere northeast of you.
Okay, I do have dark vision to like 60 feet, so I'm assuming it's beyond that. I can't see it at all.
It's well beyond that.
I'll call out, not like full yelling because I don't want to wake the others up, but like just in a full voice. And I'll say, "Hello, is someone in trouble out there?"
The sound stops upon you calling out into the darkness, and a few minutes go by. What's probably only like maybe 60 seconds, but feels like, 10 minutes. And then the crying starts up again.
If you're in trouble, we can possibly assist you. Anything?
Nothing.
okay,
And at that
I'm gonna
point, the crying stops.
Now I gotta decide, is Ridire the kind of guy that would investigate on his own, or would he wake the others up? Oh, what am I doing?
Somewhere
I got a quarter
creaky
right
door
here.
just closed.
I got a quarter right here. Tails. Okay, I'm gonna wake the others up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I heard some crying in the distance. I've tried to get the attention of who it could be, but I feel it might be something unnatural. I wanted to make sure you guys can hear it too, since I had that incident with the crow. So,
Oliver, upon being woken up, go ahead and roll another perception check.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll assist him.
10.
Okay.
16.
I'll allow the assist because you're
I'm
paying
pointing out the
attention
direction.
for the sound and yeah. All right. At this point, you're listening for it. You're hearing nothing. You're kind of Talamh. You're starting to wonder why on earth did Ridire wake you for a noise? Probably the wind. And then you hear it. It's definitely a small child's voice crying off in the distance from the direction that Ridire pointed to.
How far away does it sound? Like far in the distance, or like somewhat, not like super far, but like far enough that we can't see it, or
It's at least further than 60 feet.
Far.
Okay, so dancing lights.
So it's
probably won't
like
do anything.
echoing over the hills type of thing.
I mean, not like, I'm probably
Maybe a football field's distance away kind of thing. Probably hear a kid crying from the end of the football field.
I mean, it's
at night when sound travels easier.
yeah.
it's worth a shot. I'll cast dancing lights on me, and then I'll kind of make them move in like a fan shape, like out towards the direction, kind of like as like a scan, just like,
Okay.
kind of like a wall of light.
Yeah.
Each over 10 feet from each other, just a little bit.
Okay.
Just so it's like an even spread of light. There's only 4 of them.
Yeah. You scan the immediate area, and there's nothing.
It does go out to 120 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
So
further than that, or
full
it's not
distance,
detectable.
At the full distance at 120 feet, you're still not. Because 120 feet. Let me check something.
I feel we should venture out and investigate further.
Well, I'm awake now, so might as well.
Yes, we can split up and look for clues.
I mean, the whole reason I woke you up is that we don't split up.
Okay.
Yes, but we could cover
Yeah,
more
120 feet is.
Yes,
It's a lot further than that.
But if this is something trying to lure us in, I'd rather not one of us encounter it alone.
Got a point.
I can hear
We've
where it
already
is,
had
just-
some experiences with dark creatures in the night, disguised as others.
You can tell if something's good or evil. Can you just find out what it is?
If we couldn't see it, I don't know if his senses can tune to it that far. But as we get closer, perhaps.
Well, then let's just bloody go. I want to go back to sleep.
Yeah, I will cast light on the eye symbol on my shield,
Okay.
so it's just like emanating light out.
I'll cast Detect Evil. It lasts for concentration, but it lasts for 10 minutes, and it's within 30 feet of us, or of me.
So in the next 10
Okay.
minutes, if something comes, if there's evil within 30 feet,
Mhm.
well, of the specific ones you can detect.
Correct. Which I believe is
It's a little bit more varied than mine, I think.
Fey, Fiend, or Undead. I think that's what evil. Because Detect Evil and Good just says Aberration, Celestial, Elemental, Fey, Fiend, or Undead, but we just have it as just Evil. So
Yeah, because yours is a little bit more varied, actually, so it should
Yep.
be a few more things.
It would, I mean, aberrations would be included. Yours is specifically, it's less
Evil.
about the type and more about the alignment. Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
So,
Whereas like mine detects specific.
we need
types
to
of
edit
creatures.
yours, Oliver, to include humanoid in there.
okay.
I mean, you could just reword it to say anything of evil alignment.
Yeah, really it should be. There shouldn't be restrictions on it.
If you just want it to be all
So.
evil. Obviously, things that there are ways things can protect themselves from scrying that could block it and stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are venturing out in front in search of the sound?
Yeah, we'll go out. I'll take the lead with my shield basically shining like a big like spotlight.
Okay.
And I'll
And
follow, looking at our flank.
I'm imagining that because I'm lighting up the eye symbol on the shield, that it basically is shining like the eye of Sauron, like the big
yeah.
like.
I like to imagine that the eye on your shield can actually look around a little bit, and it like
That's fun.
so in the and Talamh, what's your passive perception and your range on your blind sense, tremor sense?
60 feet.
Okay. 60 feet, which is about 20 yards.
It's exactly 20 yards.
Okay. Because I can at least measure distance in football fields for the most part.
1/5 of a football field.
Yes. So, alright, are you guys, what's your marching pace at?
Chicken nuggets per hamburger if we're using freedom units.
I would assume we're going kind of slow and steady.
Slow and
Yeah.
steady because we're looking
Scanning.
all around, trying to ascertain the source of the sound, listening for it.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the 30 feet per 6 seconds, roughly.
Fine, I'll slow down.
You're free to go faster if you would like.
That's my walking speed is 40.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well,
I mean, it actually is.
yeah, I know. So you
Oh.
can choose to go faster if you would like.
I'll slap these guys with long strider. No, I'm kidding. We'll do 30 feet. 30 feet's good.
Okay. Are you stealthing or are you just going out?
We have a giant light.
Cling.
Yeah.
Cling.
How are we gonna be stealth with a?
Yeah, I've got a spotlight and I'm wearing plate mail. I'm not stealthing.
He's like
Okay.
the lighthouse of Alexandria, just like marching inexorably towards this crying thing.
It's like
Fair
that
enough.
scene in the Iron Giant when it turns its eyes around and they're just glowing out.
All right. I have to... Oh my gosh, it's like the kids in the turnaround music video.
Oh my god, bright eyes.
Yeah.
Bright eyes.
Every now and then I get
Living in a powder keg and giving off sparks.
Oh, best literal music video.
the
aside
literal
from-
music video.
Yeah, aside from Take on Me, that's the next best one.
It's so good.
All right. Trying to think here. How far away is this thing?
Apparently pretty far.
And my light spell, it'll emanate bright light 20 feet and dim light another 20 feet.
So its full range would be...
It's 40 feet of light. I mean, technically our dark vision goes further than that, but our dark vision essentially is as if we're seeing in dim light, and it is only in black and white, so this gives us a little bit more ability to see things.
Oh, hey, Chuck, I know we talked about this earlier, but over wide open spaces, what would you say you would let Talam's tremor sense extend to? Because I know you didn't want to break it more than that through, like, inside dungeons, but, like...
Yeah. Honestly, tremor sense, I would say probably not much beyond 60 feet.
Alright.
Other senses, like smell, and hearing, I would probably give a bonus to. I'm already giving you the bonus in perception.
That's true.
And so I would say to actually get your visual sense of it, especially with the way we've described your vision now.
What if I narrow it down? Be like, and really focus in on like a specific angle.
That's here for the homebrew stuff. Let's create a tremor sense spell.
Ooh.
So you could burn a spell slot, and it could either have a much like longer range focused kind of thing, or just have like a wider area around you that you're able to detect because you're using magic to extend it. We don't have to do it right now, but like we could create that as a spell that she could have.
I would definitely consider that.
Because there's not a tremor sense spell in the game, so but we could maybe homebrew something.
The issue being the dungeons. Like, I'm struggling to make dungeons right now that Talamh doesn't just break.
Like,
because I can't ambush you guys at all right now, and so that's my
like
struggle.
I wouldn't expect it to like work better in dungeons. Like 60 feet is fine. I was just thinking like, well, I'm uninhibited by walls and like overloaded by like earth and stone around me.
You make
it would be like in dungeons. It's like it makes sense. It would be like sensory overload. That's why it only goes so far.
Yeah.
Make a dungeon out of wood.
I can't see shit.
A woodland mansion.
Well, let's think about this because I like the idea. I
feel like if you're actually burning a resource for it, it's understandable for it to do a bit more, you know?
Yeah. It would definitely have to be at least a second level spell because of its benefit. And I think that would be a good trade-off.
All right. So now I'm good relying on these guys for anything beyond our immediate area.
I mean, we can only see about 60 feet as well, so that's what we're at.
Yeah. But that's in the dark. That's the thing. Whereas
the light is only giving us a 40 foot, but that means anything within that 40 foot we'll be able to see really clearly because then it's being lit up by the light.
Yeah.
Because dark vision means dim light is as if it's bright light, and darkness is as if it's dim light. So we essentially have bright light to 40 feet because of the light spell, and then we have dim light for another 20 beyond that.
I should drag a lava font with me.
Okay.
It sheds bright light.
All right. So you're walking. As you're walking, keeping a good pace, not trying to go too slow. I had figured out the range on this, so. Moving 30 feet. All right, so it takes you about... All right, so you're moving 30 feet a second.
Well, per 6 seconds.
Per 6 seconds.
Actually fairly slow.
300 feet per minute.
Thank you.
About 1 football field per minute. Actually, exactly 1 football field, but yeah.
That is exactly what I needed. Thank you. Okay. So you start to walk, and about a minute and a half goes by, and the crying isn't constant. It's not like this entire time you're hearing a sobbing noise. But it is consistent that there is someone crying, and you're getting closer and closer to it. Another minute goes by, and you can sense that you're getting pretty close. The sound is now a consistent volume. Quiet. Not the type of screaming, crying that, would be from some kind of creature. Some creatures let out a wail, like a banshee. It's not that type of crying. This is a little girl crying in the dark somewhere. As you approach and get closer to where you think the sound is, everybody roll a perception check with advantage. It's dark, you're hypersensitive, hyper aware of this. Okay. All three of you are able to make out that it's not one voice that's crying, but two. It was hard to distinguish from the distance in the dark, but now you're very certain that there are two voices.
Great, now there's two of them.
When you say that out loud, the crying stops. And you hear a voice. Now you know it's about a yard, or not a yard, 100 yards. So about a football field away. And it calls out and says, "Hello? Are you there?
Hello? Are you all right?
We're lost.
Well, where might you trying
home.
to get to?
Home.
Where is home?
We don't know.
Here, come into the light. We'll try to help you find your way home.
I'm about to build these two a couple of top tents and they can sort it out in the morning.
Still about 100 feet away unless you guys are approaching.
I'm gonna keep moving forward.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. All three of you are moving forward?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have kitty
Or at least
cam
I am.
on now, and it makes me happy. Alright, so about 90 feet, or 90 yards. I've got to change this to feet.
Buddy, you're on TV.
Alright, so...
He had to come walking towards me because I said his name.
60 yards, and you hear the voice, I think my sister's leg is hurt. Can you come to us?
I'll continue to approach cautiously,
Okay.
shining the light towards the direction of the voice.
Yep. And that beam reaches how many feet again?
20 feet of bright, 20 more feet of dim. It's just like a torch. It's
Okay,
just,
so
it's a
40
magic spell
feet.
that
So
does
you're
it.
60 feet of,
So I'll potentially see them in the dark before the light hits them,
yeah.
but the light will then help define what's there.
And Oliver, you have your, evil sense up,
Yep.
which is 60 feet, right?
30.
30 feet. Okay. Which may
Actually,
or not
let me see.
play into this at all.
Let me see how much my divine sense is. Oh my gosh.
So, you
Can I make an insight?
Yeah. $23. I gotta use that more often because so many people that we've run into who pretended to be helpless weren't helpless. I'm looking at you, Oni.
Yeah, but I mean, we wrecked that Oni.
Talamh, your innate sense of distrust in people is ringing off the hook. You do not trust that the little sister is hurt at all.
I'm gonna whisper to these two. I think she's lying.
We'll be cautious.
Alright, so you get within 60 feet, and the crying has continued. You know, every now and then calling for help, please hurry, that kind of stuff.
I'm going as fast as my little legs can take me.
So, 60 feet, do I see them in the darkness?
You can see now in the darkness. It's hard to make out because everything is, you know, grayscale.
Yeah.
You see the shape of two little girls that are clutching each other. You don't really see any features yet because they're huddled together.
Before
yes.
we get any closer, I will use my a usage of my divine sense, which has a 60-foot range, and I can detect any celestials, fiends, or undead. So if they are celestials, fiends, or undead, I will know.
Okay, Oliver, let's up yours to 60 feet then as well.
Okay.
Because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, his can detect more than what mine can.
Yeah, but his is part of the special feat.
Yes.
And yeah. I don't want those feats to be useless. So, I mean, there's a reason those feats are kind of OP.
I will say, and the spell can do other stuff because the spell can detect. It's detecting all evil and good. So because you're taking it to just be evil, increasing the range is fine. I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Plus, it can also detect magically consecrated and desecrated places, so it can detect places that have that energy.
Yep.
So,
yeah. Both of you coming into range at 60 feet, these two little girls light up with a bluish aura of, both of you roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. It does the divine sensibility does specify that I can detect what of those types they are, whether they are the celestial, the fiend, or the undead.
Oh, really?
I just don't know specific identities, but I know what they are. I know if they are I don't know if I can't say like, oh, that's a vampire, but I can know that is some sort of undead.
Okay. Well, purplish aura. These things are undead.
Okay. I will immediately draw my sword.
Okay.
Because undead creatures they're abominations. And Oliver, I mean, Oliver's also sensing that they're evil. I'm assuming with this, he's seeing
and
the
undead.
evil aura.
Both
and
of
undead.
you,
okay.
Yeah, both of you sense the undead.
Okay. And I will call out and I will say, cease your trickery, vile creatures, and face us in the open.
Trickery? We're lost. won't you take us home?
Yes, let's take you home. I'm gonna prepare the combo move.
Oh God.
Essentially just like lock shield in place to signal to the others that I'm ready to do the combo.
All right. Well, I guess I will oblige.
All right.
I don't care. And they're lying, so they're very clearly intending to lure people in. That's it's super obvious what's happening.
Quick question with that. I have the gauntlets. Can I change the acid damage on that?
To radiant?
To radiant damage?
Yeah?
Dude, that just made the combo move even so much more powerful because you can make it whatever
radiance.
element.
Because Ridire's already adding.
Yeah, I add a small amount of radiant damage, but he can change the acid to whatever element if he can do that. Like that makes it so versatile. I mean, we still have to all prepare it, so in the middle of combat it can be difficult, but that versatility makes that we'll use it more frequently with that. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm prepping the combo move.
I can't bring up the combo move window.
Let's roll for initiative.
Chuck was not expecting that.
Uh-oh.
Forgot about the combo attack.
Hang on, guys. I gotta restart my my roll for initiative thing.
Okay. I have advantage on initiative checks, so the 19 was good. So.
Oh my god, something's going on. Maybe if I close everything.
Hey, it's from the last fight.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. My Roll20 decided it just didn't want to, Alright, now I can roll. For initiative. 11.
I feel like this is like something's broken. You have +8 to initiative, and yet somehow Oliver, who has a +2, has rolled more like every single time consistently.
I know. I never roll well. Like I should just say I'm rolling perception. It just knows. It knows I'm trying to roll initiative.
Do it. Say you're rolling perception, but then click initiative.
All right, game. I'm rolling perception.
It's like, don't even try with that crap.
The game knew you were trying to trick it, and it was like, no, none of that.
That's amazing.
They're gonna start their turn here, and they're going last.
It's a good thing I have +8 because otherwise it would just be abysmal.
All right, so Ridire readies his combo attack. That's your turn.
Yep.
Ready with radiant damage.
All right, so Oliver starts to cast the acid ball, and you watch as his gauntlets, the gems on it, on the back of the hand, one of them pulses with this bright white light. Oh, sorry. Is that?
One more.
There you go.
We stopped at basically exactly at 60 feet.
You stopped at 60 feet, so...
Technically, Oliver should be one space further closer as well, just to... If he was able to detect him, yeah, there we go.
There we go. And so, yeah, the gem pulses, and what was this acid ball forming in Oliver's hands suddenly becomes this ball of white, yellow energy. All right, that's Oliver's turn. Talamh.
I'm prepping it.
All right. Get that pulled up. So it's on the start of your next turn, right?
If a round goes by and the spell is prepared, so the beginning of the next round. So the
Yeah.
first turn of one of us on the next round, which would be the start of my
Yeah.
turn. It would be since I went first.
Top of the round. Okay.
Yeah. So they get to do one thing first, but if they're still trying to trick us, they might not yet. But
They don't
maybe
know
they
what
will have
we're
figured
doing.
out what we're doing, seeing Oliver charge up radiant light in his hands.
I'm charging my laser.
As soon as you drew the sword and called out to them, they instantly knew. So this one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
The dash action?
Yep.
Whoa.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25. Because they have no range at all. God, these things are so dead.
And Undead just charged a paladin into close range.
Yep. They're not that intelligent. I mean, they're not dumb, but... Alright, Ridire. You're up.
Well, I guess we'll have the spell attack go off then, huh?
Yep.
We won't be able to hit both of them, but I guess, let's hit the one that's by Oliver with it. Because I'm not scared of the one that's by me. Oliver's a little bit squishier, although he's pretty tanky for a sorcerer. But he's a little bit squishier than I am.
As
So,
much AC as I do.
yeah. So we'll hit the one that's next to him.
We're not quite at the 17 DC either.
Alright,
Are you at 16?
so...
We're at 15, I believe.
Yeah, it's a 15. So it has to make a saving throw. I think it's a dexterity one.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't specify. You just said DC saving throw, but dexterity makes the most sense, I think.
Yeah.
Because the rock, with the momentum of the rock, is what's carrying most of the...
And it got a 17.
Alright, so it takes half damage.
Oh god, this is gonna kill it.
So 5d8 bludgeoning, and then it'll be 2... And then it'll be 2d6 radiant, because Oliver made his radiant instead.
Are you rolling all of that?
I'll go ahead and roll it all if you guys want me to.
Sure.
So 13 bludgeoning.
Alright.
And 9 radiant.
Okay, halved because it's saved.
I'm assuming if they're vulnerable to radiant, then it would have and then double, so it'll end up being the same.
The 7 from the bludgeoning, 5 from...
Ooh, so they're not vulnerable to radiant then.
So 7 plus 5 is 12.
We've fought a lot of undead things that are not vulnerable to radiant.
Most undead aren't.
I thought most were.
No. The bigger stuff is because they have so many other bonuses, but the smaller stuff actually isn't.
Well, I can quickly find out what they're vulnerable to.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Radiant didn't work. Fire. Fire didn't work.
That's true. We can kind of brute force figure it out.
Okay. So that's the spell going off. Now it's Ridire's turn.
Cool. Okay. Let's see here. I
cannot believe they made that dex save. Because that was a straight 17. They get no bonus.
Okay. I gotta pull up my spell list again real fast because I don't have my cards unpacked yet. I know there's one of the smites I want to use. I just gotta remember which one it is. Wikidot, you are my favorite. Okay, I think it's a 3rd level one. Yes. Okay, I will use a bonus action to prepare Blinding Smite. And so the next time I hit a creature with a melee attack, it'll take 3d8 additional radiant damage. I know they're not vulnerable to it, but it's still 3d8 extra damage. So, actually, wait a second. That's a 3rd level spell. Maybe I have one of my other smites that would be better. Yeah, which one does Branding Smite do? That's radiant as well. Ooh.
I forgot to use the kinetic spike when they moved within 5 feet of me. Darn it, darn.
I'll do Searing Smite instead. It's a 1st level spell slot. So I will. Oh, I didn't reset my spell slots. Ooh, the music started. Things are intense now. Okay,
This is
so
random.
I can't hear the.
I will
I can't hear
cast.
the music.
I can hear it a little bit. It's low. So I'll cast Searing Smite as a bonus action, and then I will swing my sword at the thing in front of me. Yeah, I can't really get close to
This
all of
might be copywritten stuff, but
it.
I'm gonna play it anyways.
So longsword. That is a 12. To hit.
12 misses.
Okay, I'll swing again. Oh, crit fail.
Crit fail.
Oh my gosh. Well, Searing Smite stays active until I hit something, so that's good at least.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I had my deck finished. Dang. All right.
Oh yeah.
Why don't I pull it up?
I crit failed, buddy.
Roll a
Hey.
d18.
Oh no. Oh. 6.
All right. On your next turn, so Ridire, you go to swing and you stumble and you catch yourself and you look up and you're crouched over looking into the eyes of this little girl, ashen gray skin with dark black eyes. And in seeing this thing right in front of you, it throws you off because it is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is a little girl, except for not. And in your hesitance, you doubt what to do next because you know it's undead, but you know, she looks a lot like Talamh if Talamh was undead
and evil and trying to eat
Yep.
me.
And so in doing so, in that panic, you can only move or do one action on your next turn.
Okay. That'll be my turn then. I can't shield bash because I used my bonus action for Searing Smite, so.
Okay. Oliver, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to cast Sword Burst, but I'm doing it as fire damage.
Okay.
They have to make a DC 17 saving throw.
That is an 8.
They fail and take 6 fire damage.
Okay. And this is the one that has taken damage already.
And then, as my action, I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to
Nice.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, make them have to come by me.
That is the idea.
All right, that's your turn.
Actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna move back. I'm gonna go 20, just as I want to open it up so that they can flank Ridire.
Okay.
So I'll do that. That'll be my turn then.
All right, Talamh.
I will scoot up around here.
Okay.
And in
That helped. I should have done that.
You know what? Let's bonus action a wild shape here.
Ooh. All right, what are you wild shaping into?
Well, my armor of earth.
Yes. Okay, that's right.
The same thing we do every night.
Good
I can
reference.
take over the world.
And I will. Does a 17 hit?
Oh yeah.
Kapow! So take 7 bludgeoning and 3 thunder.
Okay. $10 damage total. Well, that's easy to math. Thank you. All right. Anything else?
I used bonus action and my action and I moved, so I'm good.
All right. The Myling's turn.
Islands.
Myling Cyrus.
Wow. Okay. This one is going to move 5, 10, 15. And is going to make its bite attack on... Actually, you know what? Yeah. More feral than intelligent. So I think I'm gonna go after Oliver first. Oliver moved, so it's going after the movement. And it's going to make a bite attack for 15.
That doesn't hit.
Alright. And then it's going to make a claw attack for 8.
Does not hit.
And 14.
Nope.
Alright.
Dragon blood.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Can you imagine if you were just like a wild magic sorcerer with an AC of 12? You would have just gotten wrecked by that thing.
Alright, so...
It's a good thing though, since we're only a 3-person party. If you were squishier, it would be a lot harder.
I was gonna be wild magic, and then I realized we're a 3-person party.
Yeah, the Dragonkin's a much better choice for a smaller party like this. It works really well because we don't have to as much keep you like pocketed or anything.
Talamh, this one is going after you because you just hit it.
Okay, oh yeah, it's the start of its turn.
Yeah.
So it takes 3 piercing damage. If it doesn't make a DC 16 dex save.
13.
That will not save it.
So, how much damage?
Like through the foot. 3.
3.
Okay. And this is due to your wild shape?
That's just my reaction, my last feature.
Kinetic
Oh,
spike.
okay. Hey, hopeful romantic.
Hey, that's my mom.
Hey.
Hi.
Alright, so first is the bite attack. Coming at you, Talamh. Nat 20.
Oh, that'll hit.
Well, wait. I was gonna. I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage.
Okay.
I believe I have to double check something. I want to make sure because I think it's if let's see. I think it's if the attacker is within 5 feet of me, but it might be if the target is. So let me double check. Because I have the protection fighting style. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within... Okay, so the target has to be within 5 feet, so never mind.
Alright.
I can't do it.
What am I gonna take?
The disadvantage, by the way, 0.
Mm-hmm.
was a nat 20.
Oh wow.
You doubled?
I doubled.
Double
Oh
Bowie.
gosh.
All right, I finally
That's a
hit
good thing I couldn't
somebody.
do it then.
That is 21 piercing damage,
Wait.
and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh hey, I'm proficient in those.
Yep. Roll low, roll low.
19.
Ah, you're fine. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna, since I couldn't use I'm gonna use my channel divinity instead. Since I couldn't use my shield interference. When immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of me deals damage with an attack against a creature other than me, I can use my reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. Which will be against my spell save DC, which is 17, I believe.
I rolled a 20.
It got a 20?
It rolled a 20.
Oh my gosh.
And with this, the other roll was a 21. I nat 20'd again.
It takes half the damage it just dealt to her as radiant damage.
Oh.
It's my channel divinity. Damage. I can only use it once per short rest, so it still does a bunch of damage. So it still does half damage.
Ugh.
It would have done the full amount had it not saved.
All right. Well, that hurt it.
I have so many ways to use my reactions. I really wish there was something that gave you an extra reaction, like a magic item that'd be so powerful for me.
It'd be like,
all right. Well, it's
reaction
gonna
surge.
turn to you, Ridire, after that, and it's gonna do 2 claw attacks.
Bring it on.
And that's an 11 and a 13, so that'll miss.
Which, yeah, that's just gonna tink.
So.
Oh, good.
Oh, are they
I
flanking
aggroed
you,
it at least.
technically?
No, I think
no,
it would
because you have to be
here.
behind. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was there, then maybe.
I should have
You
gone
can
there.
count.
I would have hit. Oh well.
Would you have? I mean, my AC is 22.
Oh, I would have missed. Yeah. I might have overdone your AC, by the way, for your level.
Well, that's the thing is when you gave me that +2 to anything, I was like, oh, I'll put it on my armor. I could have put it on something else if you didn't want me to have it on my armor.
We'll figure it out. This fight is kind of a test to see if I've broken your ACs and I have to nerf.
I mean, my thing is like, I'm not very good against spells. Like spell stuff is what I don't have really good saving throws. Well, I have good wisdom and charisma saving throws, but my dex saving throw is crap. Like fireballs and things like that, I don't have.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my shield master, which gives me a little bit extra ability to kind of help with that, but.
Either way, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. I didn't take any damage, so I don't have to make a Constitution save. Okay. I will. I'll keep swinging at this one in front of me because we're flanking it now. And I still have Searing Smite active. So, Longsword. That's a 12, which is gonna miss.
Yep.
Why can I not? I have a +6. Longsword. 21.
That'll hit.
Okay, so it'll take 5 slashing damage, which is silvered. Just in case. And Searing Smite will activate, so it will take 1d6 fire damage. So 3 fire damage, and it is now on fire. It causes the target to ignite in flame. At the start of each of its turns, it has to make a Constitution saving throw, or take 1d6 fire damage.
Okay.
Another creature within 5 feet of it can use an action to put out the flames, or like if it's doused in water or something, it'll put it out.
Okay.
So its friend could use its action to douse the flames if it wanted to. Yeah, so that was that, and then I'm also going to smite with that one. So I will use
Is this all one action, by the way?
This is all one action. Because the Searing Smite was active, and it was just waiting for me to hit something.
I know that was active.
And anytime I hit with a melee attack, I can choose to expend a spell slot to smite. That's just a thing that paladins can do. So
I feel like that's still considered a bonus action.
It's not a bonus action. It's a thing that some people have said is broken, but it's not a bonus action.
I'm gonna agree that that is absolutely broken, that you can do that all on...
But the thing is, paladins don't have a lot of spell slots, so if you're burning all your spell slots on smites and you're fighting like a lot of enemies, you'll run out of spell slots super quick. But yeah, Divine Smite. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target in addition to weapon's damage. It just costs a spell slot.
Interesting. Okay.
So I'll just use a first level spell slot, so it's 2d8 radiant damage, but the target is undead, so it's an additional 1d8, so 3d8 radiant damage.
Oh, because it was a...
Oh! Oh!
So that your Searing Smite was something you did earlier, and it went off now.
Searing Smite, I used last turn. I prepared Searing Smite as a bonus action, and then it lasts for up to 1 minute until you hit something.
Okay.
So most of the smites you can cast as a bonus action. So technically you could do it in 1 turn. I couldn't have this turn because I didn't have a bonus action this turn, but because I had cast it the previous turn and then missed my attacks, it worked out.
And both attacks were from 1 action, right?
Yes, I can attack twice with 1 action, because I'm higher than level 5.
Oh,
Fighters at max level, fighters can attack 4 times with 1 action.
yeah, I know.
And up to and potentially 8 times in 1 turn.
Yeah, potentially 8 times if they have action surge, and if they're a samurai, they can do a couple extra as well.
Jeez.
That's insane.
Yeah, freaking fighters can, but they can't smite like I can, they can't do stuff like that.
Oh, man.
They don't get as much magical stuff, they just get to beat things into submission.
You guys are too high level for these creatures.
I mean, that's part of the reason I like paladins, is they're one of the most versatile and probably a little bit broken classes in the game.
Oh, they're absolutely broken. I've known that for a while.
The thing is like, I mean, I've already burned 2 spell slots, and I only have...
Which is a fine argument if you're going through a dungeon crawl. But
yeah,
we're not going through a dungeon crawl, so it's absolutely broken.
It's broken if we're just traveling and only going to come on the occasional encounter. But that makes sense. The paladin's going to be much more equipped to just fight the odd bandit or, monster off on the road.
Yeah.
A paladin is challenged when, the forces of evil unite against him.
Yeah. Some balance would be good in a dungeon crawl.
Yeah. I mean, only two, even if I wasn't smiting, just 2 enemies against the 3 of us without anything that's going to cause us to run out of spell slots because there's multiple encounters one after the other. Even if I wasn't smiting, we probably wouldn't have too much trouble. I'm just trying to end it quicker, so.
Yeah, I nerf these things to be a little bit more powerful than just the general, but... it is what it is. I'll nerf more.
Yep.
I'll just have to nerf more.
Wait, are you nerfing or buffing?
Buff.
Buff.
I think.
Nerf, you guys buff it. So buff. Buff.
But that will be everything I can do, because I only got the 1 action this turn.
Yep.
But that was my 2 attacks, and then I can smite as part of it, so.
And I might have to change the wording on that crit fail to 1 attack or move.
That could work.
So, learning. Oliver, you're up.
I'm gonna acid splash the one next to Ridire.
Okay.
It's another dex save.
That is a 6.
Takes 11 acid damage. Just gonna keep it acid.
Kip?
I think. You know what? I will also Misty Step. 30 feet. I can do that. 30 feet. Oh, Misty Step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like 30 there.
Okay.
So I will be there now. And that'll be my turn.
All right, Talamh, you're up.
I'm gonna come down here. And I'm gonna go swing for 26. Or, yeah, 26.
Whew, it's a good thing you flanked.
Yeah. All right, that hits.
For that. And then I'm gonna burn a key point. And I will go kaboom.
Oh.
Okay.
And I will go kaboom.
Yeah, you don't have to go kaboom the second time.
Oh.
Flurry of blows and just disintegrated it.
That second kaboom was... I'm still mathing here. 7...
The first kaboom separated its head from its shoulders, and the second kaboom sent that head flying off into the night.
So 10, 18... Anybody know what 7 minus 18 is?
7 minus 18?
7
Yeah.
minus 18 would be
Yeah.
negative 11.
Yeah.
Alright. Yep, that nat 20 made it to negative 11.
Whoa.
I'm just imagining you like uppercut it on the chin and like its head popped off, and then you like spinning kicked its head off into the distance.
How do you want
Unarmed
to do
strikes
this?
don't have to be a punch.
That's true.
Yeah, alright.
She's usually two-handing her staff, so she's got to be kicking him.
Yeah.
No, I headbutt her.
Oh,
with the rock armor all over.
Yeah.
with the rock armor, you just watch as this undead little girl's head flies back and you hear the crack of the neck.
That's the thunder damage.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. So that was that.
I don't know if I should feel good about this, but part of me does.
I'm gonna mold earth and just bury their corpses.
Okay.
Probably smart. Yeah, we'll go and I guess we'll finish our watches and stuff.
I'm going back to sleep.
I'll suggest we sleep in a little bit the next day to make up for what time we had to wake up here. However, since this happened during my watch, I'm not gonna get I'm gonna say I shouldn't get my spell slots back that I used for the next day.
Well, actually, because it happened during your watch, you're the one unaffected by it, most. Everybody else would have to sleep in to get the benefits of a long rest.
Okay, if that's your
Because you have to have 8 hours. You have to have 8 hours of rest.
6 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
but 2 hours of relaxation to,
Yes.
to count as a long rest. Yep.
So I'm more worried about the 6 hours of sleep
Yeah.
than
Okay,
the 2
well-
hours. So
Fortunately, I get all my stuff back on a short rest. So,
True. Yeah. Druid.
I
I
haven't
didn't
used...
expend much.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can definitely sleep in. But if I get mine, I mean, I only burned 2 first levels that
I
time. That
burned
wasn't as bad.
A free one with a feat and
A couple of sorcery
and a
points.
couple sorcery points. That's all I've done. That's all I did.
I think Oliver should take like a level or 2 in Warlock and just be the coffee lock. Just
Okay.
infinite spell slots.
So you guys go
Forever.
to bed.
Sorclock's actually pretty good combo because they both use charisma.
And thankfully,
in the morning-
because
I'm making waffles.
the ground you've gained, it actually doesn't set you back at all on your walk.
Oh, that's right, because we've marched for a bit longer. That yeah. That's nice.
Yay!
So, you do wake up. The rest of the night goes off without any more activity. You wake up and you do feel a little bit more tired than yesterday. Your get up and go has left. And now you're feeling normal. You're not exhausted or anything, but you're feeling normal.
I think it's just important that we know this just as a side thing. Because we're a smaller party, to get the full rest, we must be taking 3-hour shifts.
Makes sense.
As opposed to like a lot of times people take like a 2-hour shift, or if you have like a full 5-person party, you might rotate it a little bit differently. So technically when we take a long rest, we're actually going a full 9 hours for the rest, in order to make sure everyone gets at least 6 hours of sleep.
And
that doesn't necessarily affect anything as far as giving us any bonuses. I'm just thinking that's important to know, that we essentially, if we take a long rest, it takes us a little bit longer if we're keeping watch than a normal party would. So.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't care enough to be that minute in the detail on it. That is fine.
I had the thought, so I thought,
Yeah,
maybe that's something that's worth having in the back of our heads just in case.
That's one of those things that if I start worrying about that minutia, I'm gonna be too bogged down in my notes right now. The calendar's already killing me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I'm keeping to that calendar because it's cool. So, all right.
Dal's making waffles to this epic music.
I was gonna say, I am going to clear out.
In the morning, Talam's making waffles.
Yeah.
Whoa, we just got dubstepped.
We'll stay up late, fight some undead creatures, and in the morning, Talam's making waffles.
I'm cooking bacon on my Grillex.
God. All right. The next day goes by, or the next day. Morning comes. You guys eat.
And then dawn broke.
And it is your day to do with it as you see fit.
Let's keep journeying. We want to make it to that town.
What day of travel are we on now? We're on the 9th day?
This would be the last day of travel.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how many.
It'd be the 9th, because you were at 7 when we started for the previous day. So then that day is 8, and then this day will be 9 at the conclusion of this day.
So at the end of today, I've moved my ticker up to 10.
Yes.
Meow.
All right.
Meow.
I heard that one.
It might have been me, because I'm...
No. I'm hearing Buddy. All right.
He's hungry. I can hear you. I'm just giving him some food.
Yep. Everybody go ahead and roll a survival check.
15.
6, apparently.
I'm coming. Survival.
No.
5. I got a 5.
Ooh.
We're gonna get lost, guys. Good thing there's a road. It's hard to get lost when there's a road.
You guys end up there.
No. That was fast. We sprint in the wrong direction.
All right.
All of a sudden, we're on top of a mountain. Wait a minute. Did you
This
bite
is
into a York
good.
peppermint patty?
John Travolta meme. All right. So you go ahead and roll me a perception check. Just one this time. There it is.
There it is.
Perception.
Come on, Ridire. 17 without a purpose or direction. So, day goes by really easily. You pass by the point in the road where the Mylings were attacking you. You kind of see the markings of the scuffle and the fresh dirt from where Talamh buried them.
I stamp my foot on them. Take that.
You travel till about 1 o'clock in the day. And as you're traveling, everybody roll me a perception check. With advantage.
Roll a perception check.
Don't matter.
Oliver is consistent.
12.
Okay. Talamh, as usual, you're the first to notice it. Slightly to the north of where you're walking. You guys are walking in a very northeastern direction. This path is going. If you had the feet, that lets you know direction.
Keen mind or whatever.
Yeah, you would know that
I'm not
this
wasting
is...
a feet on that.
Yeah. Please don't. I don't want to have to track that stuff. You're walking almost, exactly northeast right now, heading to this town. Just slightly north. What was that?
It would fit Tal's character to know what magnetic north is, but that's all right. I'm not going to burn the feet on it.
Yeah. Due north of your position, give or take, you start to smell this pungent, horrible smell.
You guys smell that? It's malodorous.
Good word use.
Oh, my helmet has a filtration system in it. Let me just...
It's like one of those space movies where it just... depressurizes.
Takes his helmet off. Yeah, I'm saying yes. So...
Steam comes out.
The minute you take the helmet off, Ridire, you're able to smell it as well. Now that you're kind of looking for it.
That smell, that is not pleasant.
Oh.
It's a
like
smell.
Died.
Yeah. Actually, it is the smell of death.
Oh.
Yep. Not liking that.
You can choose to ignore, you can choose to check it out, you can choose whatever you want.
We just smell it in the air around us, right? We don't have, like, a source?
Coming from the north of you. Like, Talamh is able to kind of, turn around a little bit to catch her breath, and you can tell that it's not coming from behind you. Obviously, it hasn't come from the way you're walking.
I didn't want anything to do with that.
I think we can probably...
let's just continue on. It's probably just a swampland or...
Okay.
Or a dead deer by the side of the road or something. Got hit by a wagon.
Let's hope this rolls in secret.
I see nothing.
Cool. All right. You guys continue on the road. As you're continuing north, every step, the smell is getting worse.
I think we're heading towards it.
Not getting any more pleasant. In fact, it's getting to the point where you are starting to feel nauseous walking in this northeastern direction.
I am going to pull this cultist cloak that I have in my bag out that I took a long time ago. Because
Okay.
we thought the cult was going to be a much bigger influence, and then we kind of, wrecked their leader. I'm going to cut some bandanas out of it for us to tie around our noses and help kind of mitigate that.
All right, roll a survival check.
Okay. They don't have to be anything fancy. I'll just cut strips. It doesn't have to be like bandana shaped,
Oh yeah, this is not for
14.
niceness. This is for effectiveness. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
I need a
All of
message
us,
somebody
or
real
just
quick.
Ridire?
Just me? Who's making the saving throw?
You are.
Just me? Okay.
Yeah. This is a C effectiveness. Okay.
That's 17.
All right. It definitely helps with the smell in the air.
Okay, I'll hand them to the others.
Oh,
And
thank
I'm
you.
going to delete the cult cloak, and I'm just going to I'm going to change it to bandanas. Or actually, I'm going to put scarves, because I just cut long strips. Obviously, whatever this is, whatever it is, it must be near the town or along the road, so we may have to deal with it at some point, but I suggest we press on. It's this
Okay.
pervasive, it could be the sign that someone's in trouble.
Ugh. Well, they were in trouble.
Fair point.
All right. As you're walking, sorry, that's telling me to water my lawn. I'm gonna ignore that.
You have to water your lawn? Doesn't it rain?
It did yesterday.
I did new seeding, so
Oh.
I'm supposed to be watering it every day. I don't. I should. It's not growing as fast as it needs to. Give me 1 second to check this. Okie dokie. So, sorry, what was your direction that time, Ridire? You were saying...
Oh, I will continue along the road now that I've got these kind of like scarves for us to wrap tightly around our nose and mouths. Wear a mask.
I do.
Yes! You get to a crossroad. And it's going to be hard to hear you now. That's fine. Better safe than sorry. You get to a crossroad and there is a sign pointing back the way you came. Say that reads Bai. There is one to the east that says notes. Tumanzan, 5 miles. Or wait, how many miles are you walking in a day? Quite a bit. A lot more than 5.
Yeah, we were saying like at least like 12, I think.
Yeah. That seems...
Maybe not. Maybe closer to 10, but still. No, we could go faster than that. I think average walking pace for a human is like 3 miles an hour. We walk for 8 hours. That's at least 8. That's at least 24 right there. So
yeah, I feel like it's
on
close
average
to
we're probably
30.
getting 25 to 30 every day.
Yeah. Okay. So 5 miles to the east, and then there is another one that is a little bit more handwritten. Not as nice calligraphy on it, pointing north, that says graveyard.
Well, probably what smells.
They're obviously not burying their dead properly.
Born, do I want to go bury everybody? No, it's too stinky. My need to get away from the smell is overriding my desire to play in the dirt.
Let's continue towards the town, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
If we have to go to the graveyard because there's something wrong or whatever, then we'll tackle that then.
Nope, that wouldn't be there. Okay.
I wonder if I can cast a bubble.
I will say at this point, everybody roll me a Constitution saving throw with no, just Constitution saving throw.
You do have the +5 from me, guys. Don't forget
26.
that.
Okay, that's gonna be a 9.
Mine has the +5 included, so 10.
Okay. So wow. I was gonna, yeah. Oliver, you're getting used to it. It's gross, but it's not anything that's debilitating. Talamh and Ridire, it's gross. It's just a gross smell. It's still there. It's like when you go to farm country and you can smell all the horse manure, or cow manure, I mean. And yeah, you're there for a while and it's not there, but when you think about it, it's still really gross.
It's like someone sliced into a fresh durian fruit.
All right, you guys keep continuing on. Another couple of hours go by, and as you're getting closer to the town, the smell is starting to fade.
Okay, it's definitely coming from the graveyard then.
And it's about that time that you reach the outskirts of Tumanzan. The smell has faded completely. I will say it is probably about 5 o'clock when you walk into town. 5:30-ish.
Okay.
So, Tumanzan is a very small village. More of a hamlet. It is, as you walk into view of it, you see probably 10 to 12 small huts, simple houses, thatch roofs, pens full of various livestock, and a couple of simple farms more on the outskirts of the town. You can hear the clanging of workers in the town. You hear people talking. General hard-working hamlet. You walk into town and people don't really take much notice of you. A few people here and there will wave hello. And that's pretty much all there is to this town. So you're free to inquire about shops or place to rest. I leave it in your hands.
Should we figure out, do we want to get a cart so we can move faster, or do we still want to walk the rest of the way?
We could see about getting a cart. So I could find steed to get us a steed that could pull the cart, so we don't have to like buy a horse. I think that's a 2nd level spell. I would just have to prepare it because it's not one that I keep prepared, so we'd have to do it like in the morning. I can summon it, yeah. I can have it be a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, or a mastiff.
A dog?
I think that's probably for like gnomes.
Oh. Well, I mean, is a pony gonna be able to pull us?
Well, I can summon a warhorse as well.
Yay, warhorse! Does it magically just poop out of thin air, or do you like whistle like Link?
I summon a spirit that assumes the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed, creating a long-lasting bond with it, appearing in an unoccupied space within range.
Wow.
It has the statistics of the chosen form, though it is either a celestial, fey, or fiend, your choice, instead of its normal type. Additionally, if it has an intelligence of 5 or less, its intelligence becomes 6. It gains the ability to understand one language of your choice that you speak.
Hang on.
Serves you as a mount both in combat and out, and you have an instinctive bond with it that allows you to fight as a seamless unit. While mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets you also target your steed. When it drops to 0 hit points, it disappears, leaving behind no physical form. It can also dismiss your steed at any time, causing it to disappear. In either case, casting the spell again summons the same steed at its hit point maximum.
Oh, sweet.
While it is within 1 mile of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. And that's just find steed. 5th level, you get, I think, 4th or 5th level spells, you get find greater steed. 4th level, you get find greater steed, which can be more powerful things. You can get like a Pegasus or a dire wolf or something.
I want you gotta like summon steed and then I can awaken it.
Well, it's already intelligence, and it's not an animal or
Oh, that's true.
a plant that you could awaken. It's either a fiend, a celestial, or a fae.
Okay,
And
fine.
since Ridire doesn't have a specific like celestial connection, I would probably have it be a fae, given our connection to the Feywild. Even though he's not super connected to it, it would just make sense.
All right.
So, but yeah, so if we just get a cart, I can summon a fae creature to be a warhorse pulling the cart for us.
Can we name it Tina?
Sure.
Because then it'll be Tina Fey.
You want to make Tina Fey pull the cart for us?
Yep.
She is a national treasure.
I
Yes.
know, but that's the only thing I could think of at the moment.
And if we have a national treasure pulling our cart, we're gonna have to steal the Declaration of
Oh,
Independence.
no. I mean, I'm not going to name it Bojack. I'm not going to have a depressed horse pulling our cart.
That seems like more fun, though.
At least Tina Fey will tell us jokes.
Well, it'll tell me jokes. It can't communicate with you guys.
Well, you could tell them to us.
I think it'd be funny if we didn't hear him and you just went, that was a funny one! Just like a
A good one.
That was a good one, Tina.
And you guys are like, man, he's really going crazy.
Oh my god, first the crow, then the little girls actually know they were real.
And the crow attacked us later, so like that, there was some evidence there too.
Technically, the crow didn't. A giant crow-bird hybrid thing attacked you.
Yes, but that's at least related enough to be like, okay, maybe there's something going on here.
As you're thinking this, a crow flies by and lands at a house and just watches you.
I want to look at the crow.
The crow looks at food. The crow flies away.
Yeah, let's see if we can buy a cart.
And get some lodging.
Yeah, find an inn for the night.
Okay. Walking into the town, you come to a little bit of a main street area, and this is a hamlet. There's a road that goes through it, but there's a few more shopping things. There's a blacksmith set up with a sign, actually very intricately drawn and carved, that says the Purple Smith. And on the opposite side of that is a long wooden building with a small set of steps leading up to it, and a sign right above the door that says the Sow and Wand. And then on the fence, on the railing of the little deck leading up to it is the words General Store.
Okay. The Sound Wand is very obviously like an inn and tavern. I'm guessing it's a larger building and stuff.
It's the General Store.
Oh, that's the general store.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said, and then there's another one. Okay. So there's not an obvious inn, or?
So looking down the street, you can see a 2-story building with balconies on the second floor that lead to tall doorways. A intricate green door leads you to, kind of draws your eye, and on the sign next to it is a kind of a shield sign, and on the sign is a picture of a cup of ale and a pair of dice. And it says the Daring Lodge.
The Daring Lodge. The Daring Lodge for girls.
Hey, that's me.
There's a thing called the Daring Book for girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it the dangerous book for boys?
I don't know. It's dumb.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, unless you guys want to do something else, I think we should just get, ready for the night, and then it's not super late yet, so we could go look around and trying to see if there's a cart for sale or one that we could purchase in town. There might not be, being how small it is, but yeah,
that works for me. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
yeah. All right, let's go to the pub.
All right. Walking into the Daring Lodge, you're used to the small town tavern. The 6 or 7 tables laid out, the standard bar, long countertop with the bartender at the other side of it. Coming into the Daring Lodge, you're struck by the fact that, one, it's really bright inside. There are tons of tables and counters. Many of them are covered in some kind of a pattern with a green tablecloth or felt table covering. And the bartender, who, again, you're used to seeing a bartender, but this one is dressed immaculately. I mean, the nice vest, tie, cleaning a glass that is gorgeous glassware. Probably the cleanest cup you've seen for a month. We're talking Cafnia style level of cleaning here.
Cleanest cup we've seen in a month, and within the last month, we were at Taliv's home. So, that's saying something.
Wow.
It's how they get back at the Ridires. Or not the Ridires, the Dalls. It's, under clean the cup, leave a little bit of watermarks on there, just a little bit of rebellion from the staff.
It makes sense. It actually really makes sense. Yeah, I'll approach the barkeep guy then, and say, excuse me, do you perchance have rooms for rent for the night?
Absolutely. What kind of a room are you looking for? You looking to stay the night? Are you wanting to stay for a while? Are you hoping to win big and get a suite? What can I do you for?
I think we're just looking for something for the night for now. Although, I mean, if things change, we might stay a bit longer. But
well, you're welcome to stay as long as you got the gold to pay.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I'm trying to find that out.
Speaking of, how much would it cost?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Talamh has single-handedly broken the economy of Fadir.
That's how good the initiative rolls are, man.
I'm not nerfing it. I'm just going with it.
I'm glad my other initiative rolls are good because my combat ones are shite.
I mean, admittedly, getting 400 gold in one swoop at close to level 10 isn't too crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, she only rolled 8 on one of them. So.
Yeah, I know.
There was a bad day in there.
Yeah. It was a slow day. It
was Labor Day.
So, because we gotta be wrapping this up in this.
Yes.
Gold. Single gold a night for the general room. Which is actually a little bit pricey for a room.
Yeah. So we'll each need our own room, right? So, yeah, we'll take 3 rooms.
3 rooms.
Look in my look in my little pouch as the gold's been filling up. Pull out 3 gold coins and just plunk them down on the counter.
I was about to do it, but Talam's got it, so cool.
He looks the 3 of you over, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Adventurer's Suite.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, it's a couple of beds, separate rooms, waiting area for you, so you can all meet together.
Yes, that would actually be nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of figured. We get all sorts here, so you are more than welcome. Please, 3 gold. Thank you. Here are your keys. You get 1 key for the room, and then you get a separate key for your bedroom.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll go up to the room, and I will put down the chair that I've still been carrying.
Oh my god, I forgot about the chair. Roll a strength saving throw.
It's just a simple wooden chair.
Yes, that you've hauled for 10 hours. Alright, you are at a disadvantage on your next strength saving throw.
Okay.
No matter what that is, you will be at disadvantage.
Hey, Ridire, would you like to arm wrestle?
Okay. I'll arm wrestle Talamh.
Are you guys doing this in the bar area? Like the main tavern area?
Sure.
Opposed strength saving throws, can I use athletics?
Nope. Hold on. I've got a thing for this.
I can't bring my character sheet up again. Why does this keep happening?
Roll20's been doing this lately. So.
1 second. I don't like this.
Alright, where is it?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
You said there it is as I'm clicking on it.
Here's the mail and
So,
never fails.
alright, first of all, hats off to Matthew Ashcroft on DM's Guild for this book of tavern games.
Oh, fun.
So,
Yeah.
arm wrestling.
Yeah, we're gonna arm wrestle.
So,
Even though
as you
he's
guys
got-
sit down and get ready to arm wrestle, you hear the bartender go, no, not that table. Arm wrestling's over at that table. And he directs you to a table that is set up with, like, the thing to hold your one hand on so you don't cheat.
Oh, I gotcha.
And, on the
okay.
side is, a little pouch. And right now there's probably about 5 patrons in the bar. As soon as this happens, they all get up and just start. I got 5 gold on the little girl.
By the way, I cast enhance ability on myself.
Okay. On roll a sleight of hand check.
All right. Sleight of hand. 17.
Ridire, what's your passive perception? It's lower than that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes, that happens.
Well, I think. Yep.
As you go, so all of a sudden, just money starts flying into this little pouch, and the bartender goes up and collects it.
We're gonna earn him some money by just having a friendly arm wrestle here, and I'm okay with that.
He's like, all right, everybody's in? Great. All right, let's do this. And we're going to pick it up next week, or in 2 weeks, with the Arm Wrestle Championship between Talamh and Ridire.
Oh my gosh, I love it. The best part is I'm going to lose so hard. It's going to be amazing.
So make a note that you're at disadvantage, Ridire. Yep. Talamh, make a note that you've cast enhanced abilities for this.
So I have advantage.
That's amazing. That's not going to end well at all. I did not read up on the rules for arm wrestling, so this gives me a little bit of chance to read up on the rules, but it's pretty basic. Yeah, it's just, this is awesome. I get to use this, so...
That's fun. It's cool because if the barkeep makes a bunch of money off of us from this, he'll like us more.
Well, and everybody's keeping track of their bets. As soon as the money goes in, they know, like, he's keeping track of all the money that goes in.
Yeah.
And so this is a good old-fashioned round of gambling. And as you guys are looking around, this is a gambling tavern. Like, we'll get into it next week, but or in 2 weeks. So
Sweet.
We're gonna end there for tonight, but next week we are going to pick up, or we're gonna start a new campaign with Zero DMing, which means I get to play. And we're not going to tell you anything about that. Make sure you follow us on Facebook to get some hints throughout the week. Maybe. Yes, I will do that.
We're up to 40 subscribers.
That's awesome. So we will do that next week, and then we will pick up with Roll for Initiative, I believe, with our campaign, which we're pretty close to getting some things happening that I'm very excited for. So 2 weeks, I believe, we will pick up on our campaign again back in the Land of Ridire with Ridire, Oliver, and Talamh. So thank you for watching, everybody. As always, I'm PsychGuy, and may you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. Have a good night.
Bye.